Beats by Dallas, make it hurt.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Keep the party going. Keep the loud talking going. Where is my Ric Flair music at? Where is it? Where is it? As I rise up through the smoke, I know y'all been looking for me. Here I am. What's going on, everybody? Welcome one more time to the one and the only. I feel good today. I feel good today. This is the big time show that is being seen and heard live right now on YouTube, on Facebook, on the big time show pages, as well as Instagram. Right now, it is on Twitch. It is on X or Twitter, whichever one you want to call it. I am excited on today, just to be excited. I ain't excited about it's nothing to get excited about quite yet, but we're gonna talk anyway about the Cowboys and a few things that we saw this week, kind of somewhat of a recap that we have seen, and I haven't had a chance to throw my hat in and say what I need to say about it. So I decided to come and hang with you guys just for a minute and see what you have to say about it as we partake again on a freestyle Saturday. Hope that you've had a great weekend so far. I have had a great weekend because the week ended. And for me personally, I'm excited because some of you know I work in the school system where I serve as the dean of discipline at my school over kindergarten through 8th grade, and school is out. So you know I'm happy, and no, I'm not working for the summer. I'm not working this summer, so I got a break. I'm excited about it. I'm happy about it. I'm energized by it. And really, that's the show. I'm gone. Thank y'all for hanging with me. I'm just kidding. So I will say this before we get started on today, that because I'm out for the summer, I will be with you guys a whole lot more in the next couple of months until school starts again. So I hope that you would turn on the live notifications on your phones or computer, whatever. I hope that you guys would turn it on, because I'm going to be coming on a whole lot more now since I'm on break now for the next couple of months. I'll be coming on sometime in the mornings, maybe the afternoon. It won't necessarily be my usual times of Monday night at 7 p.m. And of course, today, Saturdays at 3. I'll be on a whole lot more for the next couple months, for sure. So if you don't mind, turn those notifications on for me, if you don't mind. And we can begin to hang out a little bit more. Gonna try to bring some of my buddies on with me. I promised them that I'll be on their show as well. So I'll be hanging with the usual crew, the bosses, Boss Cowboys, and hopefully West Coast. And I'm gonna bring Landlord here and Henny, bring them here on with me, or I may be joining them. It's gonna be fun. So get ready for this summer. We're gonna have a ball, y'all. All right. Let me speak to everybody that is here so far. Kid Cowboy, Miss Ty in the building. Joe, Drew, what's up? Mr. Burns, how you doing, sir? Good to have you. Let me pick out Instagram, see what's going on over there. And right now, it is nothing going on over there. So we ain't worried about that. Hello to all of you that are on Twitter. All of you that are on Twitch. I think I see somebody's there even in Twitch. So, hello. Good to see you. All right. Y'all ready to rock? Let's talk. First things first. If you notice, I titled this show Unwanted Drama. Unwanted Drama. Because what is going on is the 4-letter networks or the 3-letter networks are doing what they do every summer. They find any Cowboy news as if the Dallas Cowboys are the only team in the NFL. It's obvious. Nobody talks about Jacksonville on ESPN. Nobody talks about the Tennessee Titans on ESPN. Nobody ain't talking about the Cincinnati Bengals. Nobody ain't talking about the Cleveland Browns. Nobody ain't talking about the Atlanta Falcons. The list go on and on. If they want to get the ratings up, as it always has been, you talk about the Dallas Cowboys. It's just that simple. And what they do is also pick out the negativity because it's boring to talk about anything positive about the Cowboys. If you want to talk, if you want to get your clicks, if you want to get your ratings up, you talk about the Dallas Cowboys in a negative light, and then you just watch how long it works. They can take one topic and spread it out for the next 4 or 5 days, and they'll still be on one topic. You'll never hear anything positive about Dak Prescott. You'll never hear anything positive about Mike McCarthy. You'll never hear anything positive about Jerry Jones. This is the way they work. It is a machine that is shared between ESPN. It is shared also between Fox. It is shared on the sports shows. Fox, Undisputed, ESPN, First Take, Fox, the stuff with Shady McCoy and all those. It's all it is a shared thing that they do. And once again, to make a long story short, they have focused in obviously on the off season, and now we're so worried about who's showing up, who's not showing up. Listen to this. About voluntary workouts. Voluntary, which means you don't have to come. That's the bottom line. You don't have to come. This is not the time where morals come in. This is not the time. But they are trying to make it be that way. Now, just to prove my point real quick, I guess y'all can call this a slight venting session for me. Just to prove my point, have y'all heard about anybody from Jacksonville who didn't show up for voluntary workouts? I'm quite sure somebody from Jacksonville didn't show up. I'm quite sure. You heard anybody talk about who didn't show up for the Atlanta Falcons? Have y'all heard? Have there been a ESPN A or B block about who didn't show up for the Carolina Panthers? Anybody heard any Denver Bronco news? Certainly, the Dallas Cowboys can't be the only team in the world that have only missed out on maybe about 2 or 3 guys or 4 guys that didn't show up. And I guess every other team had 100% of participation. Right? Really? How come we ain't heard about that? I mean, I know a few names. I ain't gonna call. Anybody heard anything about the Miami Dolphins? Does that sell? Anybody heard about the New England Patriots? Everybody show up? Huh? Has anybody heard anything so far about the Los Angeles Rams? Anybody heard any news? Did 100 people show up? 100% participation. Did it show up? Am I the only one who ain't noticed this? It's always the Dallas Cowboys. You ain't even heard it from the contenders. Everybody showed up for the San Francisco 49ers. Look, I got some Eagle fans in here. Drew, since you on here, did everybody show up for Philadelphia? Everybody? Did everybody? Huh? Somebody say my audio ain't straight. Everybody hear me good? I think you can. Let me know if you can't hear me good. Quack, you the only one that said something. So maybe I'm too hyped. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm screaming in the mic. Is everybody? Okay, well, I'm going to switch up. Don't worry about it. I'm good now. See, I always got a ram in the bush. I know you can hear me now. All right, don't worry about it. I always got a ram in the bush. I just see. Can't stop me. I always got a ram in the bush. Do y'all? Okay, somebody says it's loud. Okay, I got you. See, this is live, I guess, TV or whatever the case may be. I got y'all covered. Thank y'all for helping me out. Did y'all hear any news about? Did y'all hear any news about the Buffalo Bills? Other than Keon Coleman in his yellow jacket, did everybody show up for Buffalo? Seriously, come on, y'all. I'm trying to. Even you haters must admit that the only team that everybody want to talk about is Dallas Cowboys. It's nothing new. This is nothing new. But I'm just trying to figure out why and I guess it leads me to this part. Why are we so excited? And this goes for Cowboy fans too, because y'all guilty too. Why are we so excited about people not showing up to workouts that they don't have to attend to? They're not getting fined by the team. They're not getting cut by the team. That's why it's called voluntary workouts, which means you don't have to show up if you don't want to. Now, the fan base may want you to show up. The owner may want you to show up. And we all know the coaching staff, of course, want you to show up. We already know that. But if it was so mandatory, then it would have not been voluntary, right? Y'all haters of Dak Prescott, y'all funny. Because once again, I saw it in the chats. Y'all don't like Dak, but you want to use his standard of him showing up for OTAs. You want to use his standard there and charge Michael Parsons and CeeDee Lamb for not being there. But y'all can't stand that though. But you want to jump on his side. Well, at least he showed up. At least he's out there working. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm quite sure that you have seen the videos. CD and Michael Parsons are working too. They're working with the people that they want to work with because it is not essential that they be there with the team right now. It's not. It's not. Now, just to help you out, and I know some of you don't like it because I understand. But here's the bottom line and the truth. When it is mandatory and they don't show up, then we can start talking about it. Hey, Terry. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they don't. Who cares if you saw Michael Parsons at the Dallas Maverick game? Just because he was in Dallas, y'all thought that it automatically meant that he was going to be in practice the next day. No, what it meant was he was just in Dallas. That's all it meant. He was just in Dallas. He got his ticket to go see the Mavericks play. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't have to show up. I don't know why everybody going crazy over this. It's not the first time. Oh, y'all mad. Y'all want to. Oh, okay. I get it. Y'all want to act and compare his potential contract. Y'all want to compare that to and try to tie that in to him not being there for OTAs. No. Yeah, that's not it. How y'all know he won a contract? How y'all know he won his contract right now? Cowboys ain't got to do nothing with him until next year. They don't have to do nothing with him this year. They don't have to do nothing with Michael Parsons this year. They really don't have to do anything with anybody because everybody under contract if you want to. But they want to to make sense. It makes sense to pay if you want to pay out of the three. It makes sense to pay if you want to keep them, of course. It makes total sense to pay Dak and CD if you want to keep them. If you don't want to keep them, you don't do absolutely nothing. I get all that. But Michael Parsons, look. But Michael Parsons is powerful enough that if he poke his lip out, I believe he's going to get some traction. Because I don't know his financial position, but to be giving up all that money if you decide to sit out for a whole year, that's a lot of money that you're going to give out on. I just don't see him doing that, but that's what it would have to take. He's under contract for this year and next year. See? It's not morally, okay, I'll dive into you from Michael Parsons' standpoint. I will say, it's a new defensive coordinator, Mike Zimmer. I'm quite sure the language is different from Zimmer and Dan Quinn. It's a whole new system, obviously. From that standpoint, I guess you could say it would benefit everybody if Michael was out there. But here's my question to those who may have this thought process. How y'all know that Michael Parsons don't have the playbook? How y'all know that? if he got the playbook, I'm quite sure the name of the plays is right there. Quite sure it shows his responsibility to a specific play. I'm quite sure he knows where the arrow is pointing, where he's supposed to go. And I'm quite sure he done memorized a couple of them. So there's been communication according to what Coach McCarthy said this week. How you know what they were talking about? How you know that Mike Zimmer and Michael Parsons have been on the phone every day? How you know that? I don't know that, but how you know that? Folks acting like Michael Parsons gonna come in from ground zero. No, you crazy if you thinking that. Michael Parsons knows everything that's going on in that room. He just not there. It's common sense. It's common sense. Y'all guys know that. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Now when minicamp roll around and that is mandatory, then ladies and gentlemen, if he's not there, then I understand, we can start talking about it a little bit. But not right now. Well, I mean, OTA is over with now. I mean, I guess we can talk about that now. But I'm saying, why everybody so hype over something that he does not have to attend? And then y'all want to use Dak Prescott only when it's convenient for you guys. That's when you want to use Dak. Well, Dak showed up and he's in a contract dispute. He's in the contract dispute and he showed up. So why can't everybody else? That's because CD Lamb and Michael Parsons ain't Dak Prescott. That's why. Everybody ain't got to be corporate. I got a super chat right here. Let me stop what I'm doing. When y'all the guys do the super chat on YouTube, I stop what I'm doing. If y'all would do that for me with super chats, then the least I can do is read your comment. Terry Turner says, pay CD. And 11, throw 4. He call him Jonah. Throw him overboard. I ain't gonna even argue with you because that's your perspective. Okay? But y'all crazy think that these guys don't know what's going on right now in the locker room. You crazy. Dak is corporate, y'all. All right? Listen to me. Dak is a team dream. He is also a media dream. You understand me? Dak Prescott is going to get on this microphone and he is going to say all of the right things. He's going to do all of the right things. He is well rehearsed. He is well spoken. He is the perfect. He'll never say nothing wrong. He's not gonna air out dirty laundry in the media. He is that type of guy. That's why he was the NFL Man of the Year. He just does everything right. He helps roaches come across the street. He don't stomp on them. He helps them. Yeah, roaches. He helps roaches go across the street. Yeah. He helps crickets as they jump in there. He catches them. He catches them. He don't let them jump high and sprain their legs on the concrete. He don't do that. Dak does that. Dak go climb a tree and go get your cat out of the tree. He will. He's a perfect guy, and it ain't fake because he's been this way. See, after about 1, 2, 3 years, he is this way. Now he's so perfect that when you hear him curse on the sideline, you go, oh my God, oh Dak, did you just hear what Dak said? Oh, Dak cursed. But if DeMarcus Lawrence cursed, you say, oh, it's just hey, whatever, it's just D-Law. It's just D-Law. It's just D-Law. It's just D-Law. You know what I'm saying? But if Dak get up there and curse, y'all go, did you hear that? You see what I'm saying? Kid Cowboy, your hatred for Dak is legendary, and here you go. Um, I mean, how you know she was paid not to fire? You saw the receipt. I mean, good lord. I know you don't like Dak. Let's not try. You're probably the same person that said the look. You're probably the same person that said that he was supposed to have been in trouble just for his charges getting dropped a few weeks ago. You probably the same person. Just stop it. Just stop it. Do you have the proof? If you don't have the proof, you just throwing stuff out there. He was charged for rape, didn't even make it to court. Stop it. Stop it. But I know where your stuff coming from. You don't like Dak at all, so you just gonna hold on to whatever you can hold on to that's in a negative light and make Dak look bad. It's okay. It's okay. I ain't got no problem with it. But you're going off of. But see, I have the facts. He didn't get to court. He wasn't charged. He didn't spend no jail time. The woman just a few weeks ago tried to sue him. We all knew it was a lie. You're probably the one that said he was going to jail. Then she come out and say she didn't know if it's not the case. And then all of a sudden it was dismissed. And then there it goes. So, but I'll let you hold on to that. I'll let you hold on. Yeah, he don't like him, Tyrone. Yeah. But you'll notice that if I start talking about that, you'll just see. So we don't even worry about that. What he talking about is so old. I mean, it ain't nothing to talk about. But anyway, that was the NFL Man of the Year. All right, he was the NFL Man of the Year. He just a perfect. It almost looked like he went to the Tom Brady School of Media. This is how you answer this question. That's how you answer that question. This is how he is just a perfect guy. He don't yell at nobody. He holds hands with everybody. The dog can't even walk on all fours because he hold the dog up and they walk. The dog walk like he a human. He had one paw in the hand. Dog trying to walk on three. Dog got to walk on two legs. That's just a nice guy. But I said all that to say this. He just because that is perfect, that don't mean everybody else got to be. I don't know why everybody thinking, y'all thought the same thing about Zach Martin last year. Corporate, or at least y'all thought. Zach Martin was the ultimate cowboy. On that level with Jason Witten and Bob Lilly and, those type of cowboys, perfect cowboys. You wanna do that. You want to do that. Everybody else ain't got to be that way. Just because Dak, and I'm saying it to go and say this, just because Dak is playing on the last year of his contract, all right? Just because Dak is on his last year of his contract and he showed up on time day one for that, does not mean that everybody else got to do that. Zach Martin did it last year. Zach Martin looked around and said, hey man, I'm the 8th highest paid guard in the league. Ain't nowhere in the world. And I've been all pro every year. I understand I'm under contract, but I need some more money. And I'm going to hold out until the end. Nobody expected that from Zach Martin. And he did. Guess what? And he got his money. But he didn't do it the corporate way. Zach Martin did it the business way. Like, I ain't gonna let y'all keep running over me. And so while Dak was doing the schedule release commercial, and all that type of stuff, sitting beside Jerry and sitting beside Michael Irvin and doing all the quote unquote right things to do. Zach Martin said, "Man, I'm gonna be at the house." Yeah, I know. Look, until y'all pay me, I ain't coming. Zeke Elliott a few years ago said, "I'm in Cabo. I ain't getting on an airplane till y'all pay me." D. Law, they want him to have a shoulder surgery, I believe it was, or chest surgery, whichever one it was. And he said, "I'm not having no surgery until y'all pay me. Now I have the surgery. I have the surgery after you give me my contract." And everybody got their money. Dak Prescott, it seems like to me, if you poke your lip out, you get paid. But the nice guys, that's what it seems like to me now. The track record kind of shows that. Huh? So when it comes to Micah and CD, and we won't know this until minicamp comes, which is coming up, and training, we won't know until if they don't show up. Then we'll see what time it is. Now, on that note, in the case of CD Lamb, can y'all blame CD Lamb? Can you blame CD Lamb if he decided to sit out for a minute? I can't. Oh, I know some of y'all. But see, resumes don't count in cowboy land for some. So, but just for those that just don't know, which I'm quite sure all of y'all do, let's look at it. Second team All Pro last year for CD Lamb. 2 years ago. I'm sorry. Over 1,000 yards. A little under, 72, 75, whatever it is, receptions, whatever it was for CD. Over 1,000 yards, Pro Bowl season, obviously. Second team All Pro. That's 2 years ago. Last year, led the league in receptions. Over 1,500 yards. 1,500 yards. First team All Pro last year. And it's his time to get paid. And it's really not about Jerry and Steven. This is all about one Justin Jefferson. That's what it's all about. They're playing a waiting game. Who gonna get paid first? And the reason why they want to get paid first so the next person can come in and get more. That's all what's going on with CD. So really, to be honest with you, if Justin Jefferson has not came to Minnesota's camp yet, then don't expect CD to come either. Okay? Unless Jerry and Steven come on, just jump on out there and get it done. But you can be, there's nothing wrong with being first. It's obvious what's got to happen. $30 million plus for CD Lamb. It's not hard to think. It's not hard to figure out. Whoever do 31, 32, whatever it is, 33, whatever St. Brown got in Detroit, you got to pay. The CDs in a different tax bracket. You talking about Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, CD Lamb is in a different tax bracket. Yeah, he's earned that. He didn't get first team All Pro last year, second team All Pro the year before that because somebody gave it to him. Let's get that established real quick. He got it because he handled business. That's what he did. He performed. How about that? He performed. He did his job. How about that? Is that good enough for you? He did his job. That's why he's first team All Pro. So let's not get it confused. And it's gonna take $30 million plus to get him signed. Because that's where he is. He earned that. He earned it. Not 28, not 27, not 25. No, sir. That's what the market is. And if you're one of the best receivers in the game, and CeeDee Lamb is one of the best receivers in the game, then he should get paid as such. And it just ain't no doubt about it. Just ain't no doubt. So if he want to wait on Justin Jefferson to get paid, you can't help it because he know the Dallas Cowboys are not going to do right. Because we all know by now the Dallas Cowboys are cheap. Dallas Cowboys are cheap. And everybody know that. They want a discount price even for the superstars. That's what they want. And y'all know that. So, I don't even want to hear nothing about CeeDee Lamb. We'll see CeeDee when we see him. How about that? And I don't blame him for staying out. He shouldn't come back. So, it is that simple. What about the team? He did all that for the team. What you saying? He did all that for the team. He should get paid as a top tier wide receiver. And for those of you that may be having a problem about him doing it, what do you think he ought to get paid? What do you think CeeDee Lamb's supposed to get paid on a yearly average? What y'all think he's supposed to get paid? I mean, this ain't hard. This not hard. Everybody hit that like button for me, if you don't mind. Everybody hit that like button. Smash about 25 times, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, help your boy out real quick. Hit that like button for me. Do that for me if you don't mind. I would appreciate it. Wherever you're watching from, if you're watching from YouTube, hit that heart button for me. And I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. Kid Cowboy said he can be replaced. With who? Please. Kid Cowboy he's just 13 million. The kid, you ought to just disqualify yourself from the conversation. I said a number one all-pro receiver. I didn't say bench player. I didn't say he was a bench player. You got guys on benches making more than that. So you ain't making sense, Kid Cowboy. Maybe you messed up. I said CeeDee Lamb, not Dak Prescott. See, that's probably the price you want Dak Prescott to sign for $13 million a year. Nah. Everybody in the chat, y'all ain't got to respond to Kid Cowboy. He just talking. He just talking. I made a mistake and saw it and just said it. I ain't. Anytime somebody tell me CeeDee Lamb's supposed to get paid $13 million, and he's a slot receiver, then stop it. There's no sense of talking about it. Marvin Harrison Jr., since you just said that, just signed his contract, and he's getting paid more than $13 million a year. You think he's supposed to get paid more than CeeDee Lamb's Kid Cowboy? Do you really? And Marvin Harrison is getting paid more than CeeDee Lamb? I mean, no, he's not getting paid more than CeeDee Lamb right now. But I'm saying, come on now. This is not a. You can see that's where you got it mixed up. You're trying to act like Kid Cowboy. You're trying to act like CeeDee Lamb is just like everybody. No, he's not. He's an all-pro wide receiver. He's not like everybody. He's different. He's different. That's why he's an all-pro. He's not like everybody else. He's not a Pro Bowl wide receiver. I mean, he is a Pro Bowl wide receiver, but there's levels to this thing. You got Pro Bowl, and then you got All-Pro. CeeDee Lamb is both. It's a reason why. You can hate all you want, but let the facts be the facts. He's different. He's not Stephon Diggs. He's not Harris. He's not Adams. He's not whoever else you want to throw. He's not. He's on the level. Only other person last year that had a better year than he had was Tyreek Hill. That's it. And that was his other wide receiver that made first team All-Pro. It was Tyreek and CD. First team All-Pro wide receivers. That's the only one that had a better year. Tyreek Hill. That's it. Not Chase. Not whoever else, the other name you want to throw up. It was CD Lamb. All-Pro. Get it right. And he should get paid like that. They didn't give it to him. He earned it. Matter of fact, I ain't doing this for Kid Cowboy, y'all, because Kid Cowboy ain't talking about nothing. Anytime I just saw what he said. And I know I almost wonder, is he a Cowboy fan for real now? I'm starting to wonder. I understand the hate for that, but to totally dismiss what these people did last year. I mean, it's just, and then if all you talking about, and for those who, it's really Kid Cowboy who says, what he do in the playoffs? Well, you had to make the playoffs first. So you had to put numbers up to make the playoffs, right? You just don't go straight to the playoffs. You have to go to the regular season first, right? Huh? That's what I thought. CD Lamb, 135 catches last year. 1,749 yards, 12 touchdowns. Can I interest you in that? I'm just saying. A wide receiver that caught 135. Matter of fact, I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. He said, first of all, Michael, he said CeeDee Lamb's supposed to get paid $13 million a year. So that's it. He's saying let him go and let him pay somebody else pay him. I don't get it. But, you already know he can't stand Dak, so I get that. But can I interest y'all in that? This is CeeDee Lamb's, ever since he been in the league. I know y'all see it. Can I interest you in that, man? Let me get it some more here. Can I interest y'all in that? Look at this rookie year. 74 catches of 935 yards. Okay. But after that, and that's a great rookie year too, I mean. Sophomore year, 79 catches. That was up from 74. 1,102 yards. 6 touchdowns. That sound like upgrade to me. Following year, last year, 107 catches. 1,359 yards. 9 touchdowns. Last year, 135 catches. 1,749 yards. And 12 touchdowns. And you gonna sit there and tell me that receiver supposed to get paid $13 million? Man, if you don't get out of here, if you don't be quiet with that stuff, Kid Cowboy, you better not say anything else about CeeDee Lamb. It don't get too much better than that. You see it. The numbers speak for itself. Now let me get to what you saying. This is what you want to see. The playoffs. What did he do? 1 catch in his rookie year for 21 yards. That's when Amari Cooper was there in 2021. And Michael Gallup. 2022 against the 49ers. 14 catches, 185 yards, 1 touchdown. Can I interest you in that? Yeah, we lost the game. But you can't say CeeDee Lamb didn't do nothing. Again, 14 catches, 185 yards. Last year, the playoffs, 9 catches, 110 yards. What are you talking about? Huh? What? Trust me, any wide receiver, well, in last year's game, Kid Cowboy, I will give you this. That lot of that came in garbage time. because the game was blowout. The 49er game was close. So I don't know what y'all talking about. He has produced career in the playoffs, 24 catches for 316 yards, 1 touchdown, average 13.2 yards per catch. I don't know what you want to see. We'll take that. You'll take that. You'll take it. It's just that simple. I don't know what y'all talking about. Your kid is just is proven to be somewhat of a Cowboy hater, even though he say a Cowboy fan. But he ain't gonna be satisfied till they get stripped completely down, and and they're going, they start over the new quarterback or a subpar wide receiver, that type of stuff, and then he'll find something else to complain about. But bottom line is, when you have numbers like that, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care nothing about what Dak Prescott do. I don't care because he showed up for OTA. It's not voluntary. I don't care because he says all the right thing and doing interviews and is on the schedule release video. That don't mean CeeDee Lamb got to do it. Don't mean that. Some folks realize what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys as far as players go, and they got the right to see what's going on and make their own judgment. Like y'all trying to get one over on me. That's what they got the right to say. And I don't have to play the corporate role with y'all. Y'all don't like to pay people. I've earned the right to get paid. So I'm not finna, I'm gonna act a fool about it. Yeah. That we don't know it quite yet because we ain't got to a mandatory state yet. Once we get to a mandatory thing and then they don't show up, then we can start saying, okay, they got a problem with the contract. We can't say nothing now because we really don't know. Everybody just speculate. You don't know if they got a problem with their contract or not. You don't know if they're willing or not willing to play on the contract that they have. You don't know that. Nobody knows. We'll see when things are mandatory and they don't show up. Until then, you just hearing everybody just yip. They just talk. You don't know what's wrong. You don't know if these guys are happy or not. You don't know absolutely nothing. I don't know it. I don't know. I don't know what they like. All I know is they not there. That's all I know. For a voluntary workout in which they did not have to show up. Now, let me go to Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons has been seen with sumo wrestlers. Michael Parsons has been seen at games in Dallas. Where you have not seen Michael Parsons is not at the facility while the guys were working out, while they was there for OTAs. Guess what? Nothing wrong with that. I'm not listening to Coach McCarthy. Of course, Coach McCarthy wants CeeDee Lamb, Michael Parsons. He wants everybody there. That's what a coach should say. Of course he wants them there. What coach wouldn't? If I was coaching, I want all my players there. That's what a coach supposed to want. I ain't got no problem with that. But it's not mandatory. So if it's not mandatory, I don't have to show up. Everybody got a problem with him playing around with sumo wrestlers and all that. Put it in his contract then. If it ain't his contract, he can do whatever he want to do. He wired differently. He ain't worried about getting hurt. Not wrestling. He's a physical guy. He ain't worried about that. less. He don't care because y'all saw him on the front row at a Dallas Maverick game. And just because you saw him there, you assumed that he was going to be at practice the next day. Who told you he was going to be at practice the next day? Who told you that? Who cares? Yes, he was in Dallas. Yes. Probably was asleep while they were practicing. Yeah. Yeah. He don't have to show up. But I guarantee you this about Michael Parsons. And y'all know this because you done seen it. When we line up against the Cleveland Browns, he'll be there and he'll be ready. And you can bank on that. Anybody want to doubt that at all? Since everybody got a problem with Michael Parsons, somebody please tell me, do you doubt he gonna be ready? He already in shape, that's what Colin Carter said, but you can look at him and see that. So it's obvious he's working somewhere. He's gonna be ready to go. Joe says Parsons is getting traded. Ain't nowhere in the world. And if he is getting traded, Joe, if that does happen, the Dallas Cowboys better be getting a boatload for him. Jimmy Johnson trade with Minnesota type trade. That's what it has to be. A team will have to ransom their whole future to get a Michael Parsons. I'm talking about the next 3 years worth. Pick your choice. 3 first rounders, plenty of third rounders, whatever you want to do. But it's going to take a boatload to get a Michael Parsons. Ain't no team about to do that. Those days are over. Well, Joe, you may be right. He may not want to pay it because, see, the Dallas Cowboys are the only franchise in the world that have a problem with their players being too good. Nobody else has this issue. It's really sad, y'all. They want you to be Pro Bowl good. That's what they want. They want to draft you, first of all. And then those first 3 years while you're on a rookie contract, they want you to be a Pro Bowl player at least once. And then they can pay you somewhat of a ceiling type salary where everybody be happy. That's what they really want. It's the ones that become all pros. Every single one of them have had problems when it was time to get paid again. Every one of them. Ezekiel Elliott. Well, shit, we ain't got to start Ezekiel Elliott. Emmitt Smith. Y'all remember that, right? For those of you that are old enough. 95 held out the first 2 games because of contract dispute. Then he finally, the Cowboys went 0-2. They paid Emmitt, went on to win the Super Bowl. It ain't just started, y'all. Dez Bryant came an all-pro. Guess what? Had a problem getting paid. I mean, it's a long list. DeMarcus Lawrence had that gigantic 1 year. Hey, all-pro. Jerry called him a war daddy and all that type of stuff. When it was time to get paid, had to go through hell and high water to get paid. The Dallas Cowboys ain't never had this type of problem, though. Not like this. Not like this. No. The salary cap was a salary cap. Well, let me say this. That's why Jerry could go get a Deion Sanders, because the salary cap was not in effect at that particular time. So we can't go back to that. Wasn't no salary cap. But the Dallas Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen, how many all-pros did we have last year? Let me count. CD, Dak, Parsons, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Deron Bland. I think I just named 6 or 7. Those are all pros. I ain't got to the Pro Bowls. That's ridiculous. Oh, I'm sorry. And our kicker was a first team All Pro. I think that's 8. Let me see. CD, Dak, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin. Those are 4 on the offense. Okay. Defense. Deron Bland, Michael Parsons. Then our kicker was first team. We had 7 All Pros last year. 7. That's incredible. All right. So all of these guys are going to have problems getting paid from where they were. The Cowboys are the only organization that punish you for being good. Because nobody hardly get paid. Y'all solution is let them go out the door. And the reason why, Joe, that they want a big contract is because they earned the big contracts. Michael Parsons has been an All-Pro ever since he came into the league. Rookie, first team All-Pro. Next year, a first team All-Pro. Last year, second team All-Pro. He's been an All-Pro every year. I mean, hello. That means you one of the best in the game. And when you start talking who's the best defensive player in the game, Michael Parsons' name is going to be in that conversation. I didn't say he was the best. I said he's going to be in that conversation. He definitely top 3, maybe 3 or 4 best defensive player in the game. Those guys get paid. Those type of guys get paid. Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, Chris Jones from Kansas City, and then it got to be Michael Parsons. It got to be. There ain't no defensive back. It's got to be Michael Parsons. I'm talking about he top 4 best defensive player in the league. All of those guys get paid. Now all of a sudden, because it's Parsons, now all of a sudden we got question marks on whether he's supposed to get paid. No, sir. I just named him out. No. The goalpost can't move when it's your guy. And you know he's one of those dudes. No. They doing the same thing with Dak Prescott. Everybody knows that the quarterback market changes with the next person that comes. Who's ever in line next, the salary goes up. Everybody knows that. When it's Dak Prescott time, everybody want to retract now. As if you don't know how this game goes. It's ridiculous. Chris Jones got paid with Kansas City. Please, and I understand Chris Jones won the Super Bowl with Kansas City last 2 years, but guess what? Myles Garrett didn't. Guess what? T.J. Watt didn't win no Super Bowl. Ain't nobody saying nothing about them getting paid. Nobody. Nobody said anything about Aaron Donald, even though Aaron Donald won the Super Bowl. But even if Aaron Donald had not won the Super Bowl, nobody would argue with ever Aaron Donald got paid. Nobody would say absolutely nothing because you knew Aaron Donald was one of those dudes. Nobody ain't said nothing about T.J. Watt. Ain't got close to a Super Bowl. So I don't want to hear nothing about Super Bowl and playoff wins. Cleveland just went to the playoff for the first time last season. Myles Garrett been dominant ever since he got here. Nobody didn't say nothing about how Myles Garrett got paid. Ain't won anything. Just like Michael Parsons ain't won nothing. But he got paid, right? So now all of a sudden we've got a problem with Michael Parsons getting paid. I don't understand. Supposed to get paid. And I see what you said, Joe. You say he's in Jerry's doghouse for talking too much on his podcast. That ain't stopping you from getting paid. That ain't stopping you getting paid. You don't get paid. You shouldn't have to. That's not a criteria. He ain't Dak Prescott. He ain't got to be perfect. Michael Parsons been talking ever since he got drafted. That ain't nothing new. Please, that's not a criteria. That might be a criteria for Dak. Everybody not Dak. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Everybody not Dak. He ain't got to act like that. His job is to be a little crazy. He play defense. He's supposed to talk trash. That's what he do. He's produced. He has produced multiple all-pro player. All-pro. He has produced. And therefore, he should get paid as such as one of the top 4 guys that plays defense. He should. He's earned it. It's just no question about it. So whatever that number is, yeah. And he's young. So you got to pay him for projection too. Or what he's going to be. Kid ain't number, 22 years old? 22? Yeah, you got to pay him. I get it if he was 28. No, he's 22. 21, 22, 23 years old. You got to pay him. He's not Myles Garrett and TJ Watt. They're on the tail end of their 20s and maybe even their 30s. No. You got to pay Parsons. You got to give him you probably going to have to give him the greatest contract that a defensive player has ever had in the league. He's only 22, 23 years old. If you're going to sign him for the next 5 to 6 years, you're going to have to pay him. He will be the highest paid defensive player of all time. Yes. He's earned the right. He's earned the right. I don't care what y'all say about Dak Prescott. He has the right to ask for $60 million. Would I give it to him? Probably not. Since everybody trying to bring it back down to 52, 53, 54 million, maybe 55. Everybody trying to keep bringing it on back down. But Dak Prescott is supposed to be the next in line. And because he's next in line, guess what? He's supposed to get more than what some of these guys got. I done told y'all that before. Justin Herbert, he deserved more than Justin Herbert. He deserves more than Goff. He does. He does. Huh? Yes. It says that if they have produced, they should get paid. You can hate on Dak Prescott all you want. You can be unhappy with the not the playoff wins. You can be unhappy with this or whatever else you wanna highlight, whatever. But when you look at it overall, I said a fair assessment. And the only way you give a fair assessment is unless you look at both regular season and playoffs. You just can't say, what did he do in the playoffs? And try to dismiss what he did in the regular season. No, sir. No, ma'am. It don't work like that. You can't do that. Just like I've said it about me. I can't say it. I just can't say, well, look what he did in the regular season and then not look at the playoffs. You can't do that. You have to factor it all in. Then you make your judgment. And anybody that says that Dak Prescott has not produced, at least in the regular season, y'all crazy as all outdoors. I hate to say it like that, but can I interest you in the MVP runner-up? Should have been the MVP. Can I interest you in an all-pro quarterback? That's what Dak Prescott was. Can I interest you in a quarterback that led the league in touchdown passes last year? That's what Dak Prescott did. So you got to factor all that in, along with what he didn't do against Green Bay. You got to factor all that in. You just can't say, he didn't do good in Green Bay. No. That wasn't the season. No, you can't do that. That's not how people. That's not how contract negotiations goes. If we were only judging what Dak Prescott has done in the playoffs, other than the Tampa Bay game, Dak Prescott wouldn't be worth $5 million to some of y'all. If that was the case, I mean seriously, he struggled against he struggled against the 49ers in both places, in Dallas and in San Francisco in the playoff game. He showed out incredibly against Tampa Bay, and then he didn't do well last year. So if you just basing off what he did in the playoffs, shoot, would y'all say he was worth $10 million then? Unfortunately, that's not how it works. You had to have a regular season in order to get to the playoffs. If you don't have a good regular season, you don't make the playoffs. So all that got to be factored in. Justin Herbert ain't won nothing. I ain't heard none of y'all say nothing about Justin Herbert getting paid. And please don't say, well, we talk about the Cowboys over here. We don't talk about the Chargers. Yes, you do. Because some of y'all done said, well, he's Justin Herbert. He has a future. He has a rocket arm. Man, all these quarterbacks got a rocket arm. Stop it. Especially all these first round draft picks. Stop it. Who cares about a rocket arm? Where do you throw it? Where's the accuracy? Plus, Justin Herbert ain't won nothing. Ain't won a division. Ain't got close. Just made the playoff for the first time last year, and he lost that. So stop it. Justin Herbert ain't done nothing. But yet, got $52 million. He got $52 million off what he's done. And I ask again, what has he done? And you gonna sit there and tell me that Dak Prescott don't supposed to ask for at least minimum $52 million? Because that was Justin Herbert got. Jalen Hurts only had one good year. That's it. Last year showed you what I was saying the whole time. You make him throw the ball, guess what happens? You know where to be found. One good year. Jalen Hurts got $51 million. 1 year. Just one. One good year. One. Just one. How many good seasons Dak done had? Hello. Y'all gonna sit here and tell me that he don't deserve to get paid at least what they got paid? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Y'all. Some of my Cowboy brothers and sisters, y'all gotta wake up. If you're gonna assess any position, you gotta factor it all in. You just can't pick and choose what part you want to fit your narrative. If we just based it solely off of what Dak has done in the playoffs, Dak probably wouldn't be worth talking about no more than $10 to $15 million. That's it. Because he's done nothing. Other than the Tampa Bay game. I mean, I guess if you want to count the Green Bay game when Aaron Rodgers was there, when they jumped out, I guess 31-3, and Dak, came, brought us back, and had a big yardage game. A lot of that was against a non-aggressive defense, what we call empty calorie yards, if you want to say that. Okay, other than that, I mean, if you want to base off playoff wins, Dak ain't won enough. So you want to say, well, no, you going to pay $50 million for that? Well, you may not, but the Chargers did. The Chargers paid their quarterback $52 million off nothing. If that's the standard. If that is the standard, the Chargers paid Justin Herbert $52 million and he has done nothing. I'm just saying. You gonna sit and tell me Dak don't supposed to get that? Okay. But my whole point today is to try to get everybody to understand, forget the morals. We ain't out there. We're not out there. These guys got here the funny part. Y'all want them to go out there for OTAs. Alright? And like I said, every coach wants their players out there. So I get that. I'm not even gonna argue with Coach McCarthy on that. But what if they go out there and tear their ACL? A person like, and the way, and now listen, now watch this. And you know how the Cowboys, and you know how they are about paying people. Okay? Let's keep that in mind. And let's act like they going out there and then they hurt themselves in a contract year. You think that the Cowboys will do right by a player that they really wanted and pay them accordingly, or will they punish them for the knee injury? Because they figure you will not be the same, so we're not going to pay you. We're not going to pay you enough. Are you crazy? See, yeah, y'all want them out there, but if they get hurt now, y'all first thing y'all gonna say is, well, that's the NFL. Man, please. See, and I'm included in this as well. It's easy to talk from the outside when your body really is your means of getting paid. God knows how much money. Them 2 arms, them 2 legs, them 2 feet, them 2 hands, and those are worth millions to an organization. And if you're walking into a contract year and you know that if you can survive and put up somewhat of the same numbers, you don't put yourself in a position to get a substantial raise. Which one you gonna do? See, everybody not Dak Prescott. That's what needs to be understood here. Everybody not gonna be corporate cowboy. Everybody not gonna do and say the right things like Dak Prescott does. No. Eastside, you make a great point. But the problem that you keep forgetting is, the Houston Texans pay their players because your quarterback is still on a rookie contract. Let's see if you make that same statement when C.J. Stroud's time is coming up and he gets paid the gigantic money. See, this money we talking about Dak and all that. By the time your quarterback is time, this will be chump change. Just like y'all cried over Dak getting paid $40 million, it's chump change now. Back then, it was like, oh my God, we paid Dak Prescott $40 million a year. And then the very next year, he dropped all the way down to 6 or 7 dead quick. Stop it. When C.J. Stroud, I'm glad you brought it, even though you didn't know what you were talking about, Eastside, but let's go ahead and you brought up a good point, though, indirectly, but you did bring up a good point. When C.J. Stroud's time comes, they're doing what you're supposed to do when your quarterback not getting the big bag. You're supposed to spend money. You're supposed to surround it with talent. When C.J. Stroud's time comes, trust me, all what y'all doing now will not be done. Because you're going to have to pay C.J. Stroud, who at that particular time when it comes, is probably going to be, he going to get a crack at the big apple. And for probably about 2-3 months, he will be the highest paid quarterback in the history of the NFL. It's got to happen. It's going to happen. We're a few years off with CJ. It was just his rookie year last year. Let's see where we in about another 3-4 years with CJ Stroud. Then east side. Then you come tell me about what the Texans, how they paying their players then. Because it ain't gonna be nothing new. Anybody that has to pay their quarterback has to suffer somewhere else. It's with every team. It's been that way. You can't do it all. You can do it now. You can do it now because you ain't got to pay CJ. Hey, you supposed to do it. Yeah, that's a dream. That's what Green Bay loves. That's what Green Bay loves. Green Bay loves that they still on Jordan Love's rookie contract. They love it. That's finna change because I understand that Jordan Love is poking his mouth out now. He wants to get paid. Okay. See where you at then. See where you at then. We'll see. But the Cowboys, unfortunately for the Cowboys, it's like Jerry. You know, Jerry's hair. I don't know if y'all noticed, but Jerry's losing hair. Right up at the top, y'all see that his hair, it ain't full no more. And I got a feeling, because see, Jerry ain't really never been in this position, man. Not like this. Well, 3 of your main guys are at the top 3 at least, top 3 or 4 in their positions, where every one of them have to get paid a whole lot of money, as if they are the top of their position. Every single one of them are probably going to be the top of their position. And if Dak is not, it ain't going to be too far from it. But CeeDee Lamb and Michael Parsons, when it's time, they're going to be the top guys paid at their position. Jerry ain't never had this problem before. And if Dak want to play hardball and the Cowboys pay him, which I doubt they would then, you'll have 3 guys that'll probably be paid at the top of their position. That Jerry ain't never seen this before. He's never seen it. He got to be scratching his head. He don't know what to do. He got to be struggling. He got to be. To have 3 guys on your roster that probably will be no less than the top 2. As far as that goes, if he don't try to reset the market, he will be probably either 2 or 3 top paid quarterback in the league. 2 or 3. CeeDee Lamb is going to be either 1 or 2. It just depends on who goes first, Justin Jefferson or him. He's going to be 1 or 2. Michael Parsons is going to be number 1. I don't know who wearing 21, Lee. It won't be Ezekiel Elliott, though. That's for sure. He's never had this situation. Zach Martin, who just got paid last year. What is he now? What, the second highest paid guard in the league now? So he's at the top of his position. I mean, Diggs did a favor for him. But just because Diggs, listen, I'm telling y'all, let me tell you this. If DeRon Bland have another year like last year, which I seriously doubt, that's just too much. He ain't gonna have no 6 interceptions taken back for a touchdown. That ain't gonna happen. But let's just say, for instance, DeRon Bland, he don't even have to be all pro. What if DeRon Bland just make a Pro Bowl? So that means he will be a first team all pro like he was last year. And then this season, let's just say he make a Pro Bowl. And DeRon Bland is on his rookie deal. You think DeRon Bland gonna put 2 back-to-back seasons like that? And you think he ain't gonna want to hold out? You crazy. You crazy. See, it's some more coming. Oh, it's some more on the way. It's some more drama on the way. Oh, may I interest you in Tyler Smith? You let Tyler Smith have another all-pro season like he had last year. and he's on this rookie deal. You think Tyler Smith is going to want to just keep playing for chump change? And he's recognized as one of the 2 or 3 best guards in the league. Really? Oh, it's some more coming. And the Cowboys will be having a problem because these guys I just called out, especially Tyler Smith, is going to be one of the best at his position. And I will go back. I saw Kid Cowboy sneak his head back in here and say, all you got is one wild card win. He probably talking about Dak then, but if Dak got that means everybody else got the same thing. And yes, let's just say we roll with Kid Cowboys narrative. One playoff win, okay. It still don't negate the fact that these guys are still at the best of their positions. And the best at their positions is not, the payment is not based off 1 or 2 wild card wins. It's based off of you're the best at your position, and this is what the market is for the best at your position, and this is what we want to get paid. And I ain't just talking about quarterback. The Cowboys are the only organization that punishes their great players for being too good. Because they got to go through all this drama getting paid. That's what this offseason is proving. I mean, it was like this all the time, but I'm just saying. But it ain't never been bunched together like it is now. It ain't never been like this. And you got some more that's coming right behind. You got some more that are considered to be at one of the best in their positions. It's going to happen. Shane says the Cowboys should not pay a quarterback they have no confidence in. I don't care what the market is. It's time to move on from that. Here's my only rebuttal, son. And I'm not arguing with you on this one because I actually agree with you that if you don't believe in the quarterback, then you shouldn't pay him. Then you let him go. I agree with you on that if you don't believe. But the problem that a lot of y'all gonna have is this. They do believe in him. See, I'm anticipating right before training camp, which we got a little ways to go. I'm expecting Dak Prescott to have his deal done. You can't trade. Can't trade. You got a no trade clause. So you can't trade him. You can't trade Dak Prescott. He has to okay it if it's going to happen. He has to take the clause away for it, and that's going to have to be for a specific team because he controls that. That's another thing y'all don't like, that he got control. The team would actually have to work out a deal and present it to Dak, and Dak has the power to say, no, I don't want to go to that team. And guess what? Deal over with. Y'all don't like that. There ain't really time yet. They've already said, Dak said he would like to have it before training camp starts. We got a little ways to go before training camp starts. Then I will change my narrative if Dak says, well, we're not negotiating. Or what if they change it and say we'll do all this until week 1. When the season starts and the contract ain't done, that's it. We ain't talking no more till after the season. And then we will all be on here saying, well, ain't no sense in talking. Y'all know y'all don't want him. That's why you didn't pay him. But I got a feeling that Dak Prescott is going to get paid before training camp. And then I'm going to be right here. And then all of y'all that said that they don't believe in him and all y'all said that he let him walk, y'all will all have to come back here and come see me. And I'm just going to say, I told you you're going to get paid, y'all. That's all I'm going to say. That's all. I mean, he is an all-pro quarterback. I ain't never seen folks getting so ready to want to get rid of all-pro quarterback. Nobody else does that. Nobody. Here's the thing, Shane. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Shane. Well, let me before I answer that, let me get it from Shane. Shane, I'm talking to you. All right. Let me get with Shane and let me see where he really is. Okay. All right. I ain't even asking you, Kid Cowboy, because you ain't right now. Shane. Let me see, cause it won't be what I'm getting ready to say because you got too many good players. Okay, all right. You can't say a rebuild because even if you get rid of that, you got too many pretty good players here. So you can't say that. You can't. It won't be. It ain't no we starting all over. No, you're not. You got too many good players. It won't be that. So let me ask you this, Shane. Is this a Super Bowl roster? Because a lot of people say it is. Now, y'all, everybody else can answer. Matter of fact, everybody do that. But I'm really looking at Shane right now. Everybody answer this. Now, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, whatever. There's a lot of teams still got the Cowboys winning the division. There's a lot of teams that got the Cowboys still winning about 11 games this year and all that type of stuff. Is this a Super Bowl roster or a team that can challenge? Or I even make it even clearer. Does the roster that we have now, does this team, do you feel like this team is capable of making a Super Bowl run or a deep run in the playoffs? I see a yeah. I see one yeah. I don't even count you, Eastside, so we're going to dismiss you. Zach Walker says yes. Come on, y'all. Where you at, Shane? Marcus, you jumping ahead of me. Great question. That's exactly where I'm at. Come on. Everybody right here. Joe said I don't know, so that's a fair one. You say you're not sure. Wendy says yes. Come on, y'all. Shane, I'm waiting on you. I need to know what do you think this roster as of right now? You know all the players. Okay, JD said, yeah, it can definitely challenge, but Vegas will determine some of these questions let's just keep it real. All right. And Zach's still saying at least NFC Championship game. Shane said, here's what I'm looking for. Shane said the Cowboys do not have a Super Bowl roster, but they have 3 new O-line that have never played together. Okay, so I'm saying, what is your belief? How many games you got us winning, Shane? And that's a great point too. Michael says I answered that when the roster is finalized. I agree with that 100%. Plus, I need to know also, let me add to that, Michael, I need to know who we lining up for week 1 because somebody going to get hurt. We know that. And depending on who that person is, it can change the whole thing. But Shane, let's just play Madden. Let's just play Madden where you control whether somebody get hurt. So you take the injuries off. And nobody gets hurt, which we know that ain't going to happen. But let's just pretend. How many wins do you see? Cause I'm just saying. Cause a lot of y'all already got us only winning 8 games. So y'all already projected. I don't know if Shane projected or not. But if you did, Shane, JD says 10 or 11. Okay, Shane says I would say they may win 9 games at the most. All right, so that's 9 and 8. 9 and 8. So that might get you in. That might get you in. And then that may not. Wendy says 11 and 4. All right. So 9 and 8. Let's just say, for instance, Shane, and to all those who don't like that or whatever, a lot of y'all want to get rid of them. So are y'all willing now to go, and in your case, Shane, are you willing to go from 9 wins to 5 wins? Because, see, my question is, what's the alternative? And no matter what you say he don't get it done, he's still an all-pro quarterback, which means he's getting something done right. Now, if you're basing it off Super Bowls and all that, then you're 1,000% correct. But let's not act like this dude ain't producing. See, that's what we can't do. Johnny says 13 to 14 wins. So if you're getting rid of that, what's the alternative? It ain't in the draft. Let me eliminate some things right now. It ain't in the draft. So don't come to me with that. And you're not gonna get it in the draft because even at 9 wins, you got to be in the top 2 or 3 to get that draft pick. It's not in the draft. So what are we doing? Are you looking for another veteran? Oh, Trey, but see, I see what you're saying. Trey Lance. Well, Trey Lance, they didn't pick up his option, so he's gonna be a free agent as well. How y'all know that he just want to stick with the Dallas Cowboys? How do you know that? There's a possibility that Trey Lance could say, man, forget Dallas. I've been here 2 years. I don't like the way they run this organization. I know y'all thinking I want to stay in Dallas, but let me go and move on somewhere else. How y'all know that? Trey Lance has seen all this stuff. Trey Lance has seen how these guys getting paid. Trey Lance could be very well saying, my God, y'all ain't gonna pay that. Y'all ain't paid CD yet. Y'all ain't paid Michael Parsons yet. Y'all acted the fool with Zach Martin when y'all know Zach Martin was the truth. Y'all made him miss days. Y'all didn't want to pay him. Players talk. And you think, who knows? Trey Lance may say, man, look, I go on somewhere else. I don't like Mike McCarthy's system. I'm just trying to perfect it. But how you know another team won't? And see, here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. Trey Lance is going to be on front and center this preseason. Because we already know Dak Prescott is not playing the preseason. We already know that. We won't see Dak until Cleveland, week 1. Which means that we're going to see Cooper Rush and Trey Lance primarily for the preseason. We're going to get to see a lot of Trey. Now watch this. What if Trey Lance showed completely out in the preseason? What if he goes out there and balls out? I ain't worried about y'all talking about, well, he need to be the starter over Dak. Forget that. What if other teams are looking at Trey Lance and saying, oh my God, they didn't repay him. They didn't come back and pay him. They didn't pick up his option. That means he's a free agent after the season. Let me say this. Oh my God. Can y'all imagine us getting that guy next year? Whatever Dallas offer him, we'll offer him more. Because he ain't going to be wanting to get paid $50 million. Trey ain't earned the right. Trey ain't earned the right to ask for $50 million. So we ain't worried about that. What if Dallas offer him $26 million? And let's just say we offer him $30 million. Which one you think Trey going to pick? Because he's going to be a free agent. Everybody want to get paid the most, right? What if Trey Lance come out here these 4 games preseason and show completely out? You don't think that another team ain't gonna want him? Oh, okay. Y'all keep believing it. We got a chance this year to lose 2 quarterbacks, Dak and Trey Lance. If I'm not mistaken, ain't Cooper Rush contract in too? Correction. We got a chance to lose all 3 quarterbacks. Hello. If I'm not mistaken, doesn't Cooper Rush quarterback contract in this year too? They ain't picked up the option on Trey. So Trey is a free agent. Dak's contract ain't been extended. So if the season ends, he's a free agent. You gonna sit there and tell me the Dallas Cowboys, oh my goodness. The Dallas Cowboys are walking into a season, ladies and gentlemen, where all three quarterbacks are on the end of their contract. What kind of business is that? I don't care. That's why I know they're going to sign that. Huh? Joe says, hey, big time. Would you rather have a good quarterback like that and no weapons or an average quarterback Trey Lance with plenty of weapons? The Cowboys don't want plenty of weapons though, Joe. They don't do nothing to get them. Have we forgotten about how they let everybody go in free agency? Stop that. I'm not even going to entertain that one, Joe, because we done seen it. What weapons are we talking about? Dallas don't like to pay. They already told you the schedule. They said we rather pay 3 players the amount of money that we would take to play one. They tell you right there they don't want to stack the deck. They don't want weapons. They want good players. They don't want great players. They want to draft good players and hopefully they turn into great players. That's their thing. They don't want to just go out and get great players. We done had too much evidence of that. So that what you're talking about is at other organizations. This organization here run differently. They'll just let a great player pass right on back. We don't want the Rolls Royce. We want the Honda Accord. We want 3 Honda Accords for the same price that we would pay one guy who is a Rolls Royce. And in fairness, the Cowboys did have great players, but they turned great through the draft. For instance, you had Amari Cooper out there. You had a rookie, CeeDee Lamb. I guess we really just can't count that. Too crazy. You had all pros on the line everywhere. Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, even Biotis was a Pro Bowl center. That's 3. Dak Prescott was a Pro Bowl quarterback. Zeke Elliott was a Pro Bowl running back. Tony Pollard was a all pro. No, he went all pro. Pro Bowl running back. I just named about 7. Dalton Schultz was a Pro Bowl tight end. You don't get too much greater than that. We had a great guys. I just named that was just offense. I ain't got the defense yet. I just named 7 guys who was all Pro Bowls. You ain't got but 11 spots. I think I just named 7 guys. That means 4 guys on offense, one at least even Pro Bowl players. It just is. See, Jerry, and to his credit, this is where it gets confusing, y'all, because the track record shows that the system that they have actually works. The draft and development, it works. They got too many Pro Bowlers on their resume to show that it works. They got too many All Pros to show that it works. It does work. But see, they're good, and some of them are. Well, let me say this. Zach Martin has been great since he first walked into the league. He's an all-time great. He will be in the Hall of Fame. He will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. Tyron Smith, first ballot Hall of Famer. These guys were dogs. They were the best at their position. Can't argue them two. Those are cream of the crop type guys. Okay? But then you get these guys like Biotis who made a Pro Bowl. But he wasn't considered to be the great. But he made the Pro Bowl, which means he had a good year. See, the Cowboys do just enough to get your appetite up, but they don't go for the dogs. They don't. They don't like. They're allergic to dog type players. See, you're satisfied. The Cowboys are satisfied with an Amari Cooper, a CeeDee Lamb in the slot, and then a healthy Michael Gallup on the outside. You could do better than Michael Gallup, even when he was healthy. They won't go for that though. See, my thought, and I've said this before. See, I want dogs. I want killers. Cowboys are allergic to those type guys. See, I want what Miami has at wide receiver. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Then they went in and got, OBJ and whatever you feel about OBJ. That's okay. I want two number ones at wide receiver. I don't want a one and then you categorize a number two, even though he may be good. I want two number ones. I want what Philadelphia had. I want A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Those are two number ones. That's what I want. And I'm not saying that can't make it productive. I want two number ones. I don't want a running back by a committee. Well, yes I do. But at least one of them, let me get somebody that the defense sure enough got to respect. I don't want 3-4 guys and a couple of them ain't gonna even play. I want threats. Legitimate threats that defensive coordinators got to stay up at night a little longer because that guy is on this team. Who are those guys on this team? The way I look at it is we only got two. That a defensive coordinator has to say, let me put a little bit more extra film work on this guy. We ain't got but two. We don't have but two. We're three. Tyler Smith is one of those guys. But in the skill position, CD, Michael Parsons. That's it. Let me change that. I got three, actually. That a defensive coordinator or an offensive coordinator has to change things. If you tell me that Trayvon Diggs is right, and I'm talking about healthy, if you tell me he's healthy and his knee is fine and he back to his old self, then I got three guys that coordinators have to prepare for. Because you're not going to Trayvon Diggs' side. Because you know what's going to happen. An argument could slightly be made about Deron Bland, but I got to see Deron Bland do it again. Maybe not on the level he did last year, but I got to see that again. If he do something like that again this year, then I'm going to say, what's up, landlord? My brother here. If I see Deron, he ain't got to have the year like he had last year. If Bland has just somewhat anything like he had last year, he ain't got to be all the way turned up like he did last year. But if you have another Pro Bowl year, then I will say, okay, I got a guy now that offensive coordinators got to be real careful when you go to that side. See, I know what Diggs going to do to you. If you keep playing with him. You keep playing with Diggs, I know what's going to happen. And you know what's going to happen. You see what I'm saying? If Bland do anything close to what he did last year, then I got four guys on this team that coordinators have to stay up a little longer for. And that's dangerous. Right now, I can't say that because I don't know how Diggs going to be. I don't know if he all the way back. We ain't, and we ain't gonna know that, ladies and gentlemen, until week 1 because Diggs ain't finna play no preseason. Diggs, the only thing we gonna see is practice, and he gonna be limited in that. We ain't gonna know until week 1. what Diggs is like. So stay tuned for that. But as of now, I got two for sure guys on this team that I know defensive coordinators have the game plan for. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Parsons. And that's the truth. So when they come to me, I wanted more than two. But that ain't the Dallas Cowboy way. I wanted two number one wide receivers. That's what I wanted. I wanted to load up. Y'all forgive me and please don't do that. I wanted to load up the clip. I wanted bullets. I wanted real bullets in there. I love Brandon Cooks. Hey, he's serviceable. Well, he's more than serviceable. He's good. But if you give me another number one over there, do you understand what I'm saying? This is what carries you from 12 wins to 14 wins. It ain't about system. It's about dogs. And I spell that DAWGS, not dogs. I want dogs. So they let those dogs pass on by. Those dogs are primarily found in free agency. Every now and then, you'll get somebody out the draft who's that dude. I got a real feeling, y'all, that Mr. Coleman in Buffalo, Keon Coleman, CeeDee Lamb's cousin, is going to be that type of guy. Now, I'm not saying we should have drafted him because we needed O-line here. But let me say this. I wouldn't have been mad if we did draft him. Cause see, if you don't have a real great defense, if you don't have a great defense, and if you don't have a great old line, a great one, which we're gonna find out because we're gonna have two rookies and they gotta grow into it. We understand that. Then I need to score. If I don't have an offensive line that can grind it out, I need a quarterback and I need two wide receivers and I need a good tight end that can flat out go get it. That's what I wanted. Exactly, landlord. That's what I wanted. If I don't have a line that can run the ball, then Lord have mercy. Give me the dogs that I can score 30 points a game. That's what Dak been doing his whole career, the last 5-6 years anyway. Y'all down here talking about Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper. You give Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and another dog over there, and you watch what happens. And Jake Ferguson in the middle. What y'all see the numbers Dak putting up now? Just with a guy who y'all say ain't a good quarterback in Dak, and all he got is one wide receiver who some of y'all still say ain't number one wide receiver. I don't get that, but that's what some of y'all saying. Y'all see what he doing with that? Give him another guy. Give him another guy. Watch what happens. I even carry further. Forget a running back running 20 times a game and all that. Give him one running back that a defensive coordinator has to respect. How about that one? Because let me say this. Do you really believe that everybody respects Ezekiel Elliott like that, like they used to 5 years ago? You may not see no 8-man boxes like it used to be with Zeke. Zeke ain't no home run threat like he used to be. I love him. And we ain't really asking him to be a home run threat. We just ask you, can you get up to maybe 4 yards a carry? I mean, we'll take that. I'll take it. I mean, y'all might want 4.5. I'll take 4. Or I'll take it. But give him a running back that a defensive coordinator say, well, oh my God, we got to sneak 8 million in the box now. See, I'm not sure that's gonna happen with Zeke, and I know it ain't gonna happen with Rico, except on obvious down. Give me a running back with that, and let me have a dog with CD out there, and you gonna sneak up and have that 8-man box. It will be a nightmare. Dak might throw 5,000 yards, man. Y'all got Dak messed up now. I'm just telling you, it ain't no dink and dunk. East side, you know you're a hater. You can't dink and dat and lead, dink and doink and dink and dat and lead the league in touchdowns. Stop it. That's why you ain't talking about that. Stop it. You can't be an MVP, runner-up MVP, and all you did was dink and dat. Stop it. You can't produce a first-team All-Pro. Who you think was throwing him the ball, Eastside? Stop it. Just in case y'all don't get it. This is why you can't talk too much. This is why you can't talk too much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is CeeDee Lamb's thing for last year. Let's just look at last year. Look at the bottom. 135 catches, 1,749 yards. Eastside, please. Last year, 107, 22, 107 catches, 1,359 yards. That ain't no dink and dack. Stop. Just stop. You ain't making no sense. You're not making sense. You can't make sense. You're not making sense. Just stop it. But I know you're a Houston Texans fan, and I know you just here to troll. So but I just had to say you can't dink and dack and got all them type of yards. Stop it. Just stop it. Exactly, Greg. And he will be the number one because there's another hidden factor with the Dallas Cowboys. If you've been following me, you know what I have said over the years. Zeke will be the number one running back. That don't mean he's going to get the number one carries. And the reason why he's going to be the number one running back is because of loyalty. And that is the hidden disease of the Dallas Cowboys. They are loyal to contracts. Whoever getting paid more, they got to play. And then they're loyal to players like Zeke Elliott. You done brought him back. You gonna sit there and tell me you gonna have Rico start over him? That ain't gonna happen. They didn't bring Zeke back to be a number 2 running back. They brought him back to be a number 1. Rico will be your number 2. But it's Zeke. Yeah, we'll see. William, my brother, said, what is Dallas' identity? It's obvious. What you talking about, William? Offensively, defensively? We are, if you're talking offensively, we're a bunch of wolf tickets. And the only reason why I say wolf tickets is because McCarthy keep lying, talking about we're going to be running the football. Stop lying. Because you can't lie because your running back room says you're not going to run it. It's not. I don't care what line you got. I don't care if you got BB, guy, and I don't care if you got the NFC Pro Bowl team as your offensive line. You're not running the ball like that. Your strength of your offense is number 1, your quarterback and your wide receiver. And then your tight end. So it's not running the ball. Shoot, we didn't run the ball enough when we had Zeke and Tony Pollard here. You know they ain't gonna run it with Zeke and whoever else, Rico and Deuce, if y'all want to throw Deuce up and all that stuff. They ain't gonna run the ball. We are a finesse passing football team. That's what we've been. The running back room is not better than what we were last year. It's a committee. Zeke Elliott is not he's a stabilizer. That's what I think. He's not a bad, but he ain't Tony Pollard. At this point in his career, Tony Pollard is better than Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott is excellent at pass protection. Zeke Elliott can catch the football, and Zeke still can run the ball. It's just that he's not a home run threat anymore. You saying, can we be physical? Let me go to, but that's the reason why I say we finesse. Because that's when the play calling come in. Great question. I love it. No, we can't be physical. Because he gonna pass the ball. How can your offensive line be physical when the plays, most of the plays are called, are passing plays? Which means your offensive line have to back up, not go forward. That's when you physical, when you go forward and hit people, not go backwards to be hit. That's why I say we finesse. Then when the fourth quarter rolling around, now you want to try to run the ball, but ain't nobody tired. Because you ain't hit them in the first quarter. You didn't hit them in the second quarter. You didn't lay on them in the third quarter. Now you passing. Dak Prescott, 35 plus passes a game. You look at the running backs combined, maybe 18 carries, 19 carries, even if you say 20. Your quarterback throwing for 30 plus times. Look at the numbers of C.D. Lamb. That'll tell you what we are. C.D. Lamb had that long stretch. My God, what? 100 yards and what? In about, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row? That ought to tell you what we are. Anyway, I believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see it. That's what I want to tell you about that. So defensively, we'll kind of hold up a little bit on defensive because we haven't. It's just another whole new system. We don't know. I know we got some good players on defense, but we'll see. We'll see how Zimmer run it. We'll see how things work out. Then we can give them better judgment on defense. But offensively, it's easy for me to figure out. It's easy. If you think we just going to turn into a Tennessee, a Baltimore Raven type running team, you crazy. C.D. Lamb got to get the ball, which means Dak Prescott got to throw the ball. Jake Ferguson has to get the football. That's the strength of the team. Offensively, it is. Then you got to throw the football. That's just the way we built. They ain't putting no major attention on the running game. You did it on the line, but you ain't doing it from the running back position. Y'all know some of y'all don't like what I'm saying, but it's just the truth. We gonna pass the ball. And let me say this. Hello. I know y'all Dak haters, but let me say this. Your quarterback is the captain of an offense that for the last 5 to 6 years has been no lower than the number 3 rated offense in the league. Hello. Your quarterback has led this offense to the number 1 offense in the league on several occasions. I know y'all don't like him, but I didn't throw out no opinion. I just gave you facts. Your quarterback usually scores right at 30 points a game for about the last 5 to 6 years. That's not opinion. That's facts. I know you don't want to give him the credit. Your quarterback throws for 30 touchdowns plus every year, just about. Hello. Your quarterback throws for over 4,000 yards every year. I ain't throwing out opinions, y'all. Don't let me pull it up just to show you. Don't let me do it. Don't let me do it. See, that's when you know it's the truth. See, when you get a response like that right there, Kid Cowboys saying 8 and 9 and 8. See, that's when it's the truth. Number 1 offense in the league. No lower than number 3. 30 touchdowns every year. One of the top QBR guys in the league. Pro Bowls, All Pro. Let me. John said, I just have a feeling about Trey Lance taking this team far. That's your feeling. I ain't gonna come against it, John. I ain't gonna come against your feeling. If that's what you feel, I can't knock it. I just don't know what are you basing that off of when we haven't seen Trey play live football in God knows how long. I mean, I know he can run it. He's a better athlete than Dak Prescott is. But, I mean, he's not accurate. He's not I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen him because Sam Darnold took his job. So actually, I can't. I'm just, those are facts. I can't I don't know how we basing that you can take this team further. I mean, you probably have a more commitment to the running game if he was there, if Trey was there, which is yeah, I know Thaddeus, East Side. I know him. He lives here in Memphis too. It's just a gut feeling. You say, okay. Do you have to change your whole philosophy if he's there? And that may be a good thing. So I ain't gonna knock what you're saying. If that was a more committed effort to the running game, then Johnny, you might be right. Because they would commit to the running game. Because you ain't finna drop Trey Lance back there 35 times. That ain't gonna happen. You won't have the same he won't have the same freedom as Dak had. See, McCarthy puts the ball in Dak's hands. He wouldn't do that with Trey Lance. And if you're coaching, Johnny, you wouldn't either. JD, great question. If Dak gets cold feet again in the postseason in a contract year, what would drive him moving forward then? 9 seasons? That's a good question. See, with a lot of Cowboy fans, we've seen enough. I mean, I saw the same 8 years too. I saw what Dak did. I saw what Dak didn't do. I saw it just like y'all saw it. I saw the interceptions. I saw the pick 6 last year. I saw it. I didn't give him credit. I didn't give him credit for last year. I said everybody played hard, including Dak. That's what I said. But I ain't finna act like he did that all year. He had a great year last year. He just didn't get to the playoffs. I didn't give Dak credit for last year. I ain't one of these Cowboy fans that refuse to look at reality. I didn't give Dak no credit last year. He played horrible. But he wasn't the only one. That defensive violence was nowhere to be found. Well, Kid Cowboy, that remains to be seen, doesn't it? I'm just going back to what the facts say. The facts say he looked horrible the last time we saw him against Green Bay. I would agree with everybody on that. But to say he'll get hammered against Cleveland, I don't know that. I don't know that yet. If he gets hammered, then I'll come on here after week 1 and say Dak Prescott look horrible. I'll say that. I don't know. I don't know. But Dak has a whole lot to offer. I don't get it. Only thing I say, we'll see. See, one thing about it, you can't argue with what he's done completely. Not just the narrative that everybody want to do. I just don't know, y'all. Let me answer the question. I asked y'all earlier, do I think this is a deep playoff roster? Here's what I'm saying. Based off of what I've seen the last 3 years, the evidence shows it all depends on who the Cowboys are playing. See, if you tell me, based on what I've seen, if you tell me that we're playing the Philadelphia Eagles in the playoffs, I say we got a shot to beat them. Because I know we can score against them. Dak Prescott has no problem with the Philadelphia Eagles. So if I know I got to go through Philadelphia or Tampa Bay, then I say we got a chance. Make a deep run. But if you tell me that we're going against Green Bay, San Francisco, or Detroit, then I'm not confident at all. Because what has happened to the Cowboys is that they look pretty good against other finesse teams. But when the Cowboys have to play a physical football team, we have never come out on top. That is the truth. The 49ers have our number. There's no other way to look at it. We ain't beat them. They totally embarrassed us on that Sunday night game last year. It made us look like a pickup football team. It made us look like we look like the Bad News Bears in San Francisco. We look totally ridiculous. Look like we ain't practiced all year. The 49ers have our number. They beat us in the playoffs. They beat us in the regular season. And we got to go see them again. And they are highly physical. And we just don't match it. We don't. You tell me we play in Philadelphia, I'm ready for a shootout. Because I know we can score against them. Dak has no problem scoring against Philadelphia. He lights them up. You tell me we playing Tampa Bay like we done seen last, I ain't worried about Baker Mayfield. If you tell me we playing Green Bay, I got to see it again because they bullied us too. If we playing Detroit, highly physical football team, both sides. We don't do well against physical for people. We just don't. We just don't. And until that narrative change, then I'll change with it. But as of right now, we still more finesse than physical. And I understand we picked up BB. I understand we picked up Guyton. But to see, everybody fell in love with BB, how he was rolling people over like a bowling ball, knocking them all over the place like that. But you realize they call plays for that to happen? We don't do that. We call pass plays. BB ain't gonna bowl nobody over if he bagging up pass protection. That's what Mike McCarthy calls. He's a pass-happy coordinator, just like Jason Garrett, just like Kellen Moore was. Guyton, I saw film him knocking people over, laying on top of them, just demolishing people. I saw all that, but the plays were him to go forward. Look, y'all can't tell me different. I seen it. I watched the game just like y'all did. Mike McCarthy called passing plays. Shotgun, line up in the shotgun all the goddamn time. I don't see it. I ain't gonna never see BB bowl over people. If all you doing having is hike the ball from shotgun, he got to bag up. You ain't gonna never see him flatten people. That's what I see. Now, the reason why I said a refresh earlier, and I know I'm way over my time. Y'all hit that like button for me. I'm staying over. I'm well past my time. 2 hours and 9 minutes. See, that's what happens when you're having fun. Y'all hit that like button for me. We're in overtime now. Y'all hit that like button for me. Go and smash about 25 times. YouTube, hit that heart button for me if you don't mind. Hit it for me. Now, we're too good to be bad. Let me say that. We're too good to be bad. So what y'all dreaming of is not gonna happen. You're not gonna even get a top 10 pick. We got too many good players. We got way too many good players. Even if you take away the quarterback. He said, I'll never open the phone line because you ain't talking about nothing. I done talked too long anyway, for real, to open up the phone line and y'all keep me on here another hour. I ain't gonna sit there for no 3 hours. That ain't gonna happen. I apologize for that. Let me take that back. I apologize. I should have opened up today, but we got going. So, if y'all, I don't know how y'all, I mean, I know y'all love the draft, but I mean, if y'all like picking from, 15 to about 22, and y'all think something really supposed to happen, I mean, what? You ain't getting no quarterback. So really what y'all going to end up having to do is get excited about bridge quarterbacks, I guess. Because you know he ain't going to get no quarterback. If you get a quarterback from the draft, I mean, you going to turn the keys over to him? See, I think the Cowboys from now on, if they let that go, we're going to be getting veteran guys. Above average quarterback, Oh, we sure ain't going to pay one. We know that. So I don't know what y'all alternative is. If y'all talking about Dak being gone, what are y'all willing to go to 5-6 wins or what? Cause see, Dak Prescott give you double-digit wins every year. Those are facts. Other than the year that he was hurt. I mean, hello, Dak Prescott, if he's healthy, you're gonna get at least 10 wins. So let's just say you don't make the playoffs. Or will you make the playoffs, but you got 10 wins? Let's just say you go one and done again. Well, you drafted in the 20s. So what is the alternative? And if you think it's Trey Lance, okay. But other than Trey Lance, what are you talking about? Who? I don't get it. But a lot of y'all gonna be sick now. I'm telling y'all what is gonna happen. Dak Prescott is gonna get signed right at training camp or a little bit into training camp. And then y'all gonna have to come over here and then y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be mad, man. Y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be mad. Cause you're gonna have to deal with Dak for another probably 3-4 years. And y'all gonna be upset. Y'all gonna be upset. And all I'm saying, I told you, it only made sense. I mean, he's an all-pro quarterback. He's an all-pro quarterback. He is. Those are facts. He's an all-pro quarterback. All pros don't go to the streets. Not too often. It just don't happen. A multiple-time Pro Bowl quarterback, they just don't go to the streets. They just don't. They usually stay with their team. That's what happens. They don't usually go. Yeah, exactly. Like I said it earlier, Greg. I don't know if you was with me. If Trey Lance come out here in this preseason and balls out, trust me, the NFL would be looking and they would be trying to get him. It is what it is. And let the Cowboys, you know how much the Cowboys love they draft picks. You know that. You let somebody offer a 4th round pick this year if a quarterback gets hurt and they know Trey Lance is right there. You don't think Dallas Cowboys ain't gonna take that thing away? Man, please. The Cowboys, if a quarterback gets hurt and Trey Lance is balling out, and a team offers the Cowboys a 3rd round or 4th round pick, you don't believe that the Cowboys will give away Trey Lance? Because they already know they're going to keep that. So Trey Lance ain't going to play anyway. Man, please. Y'all better understand what's going on. We don't know about these kid Cowboy. We have to see. We ain't gonna know. We don't know. I don't know what your question is because you talking in the chat, but Diggs, we just gotta wait to see what Diggs is. And we ain't gonna know that till week 1. So we'll see. Greg says the Raiders are in need of a quarterback. Hey. I'm just telling y'all better understand what's going on. But y'all blindness and blind hatred for that is not letting y'all see the bigger picture. Huh? I'm just telling y'all. Trey Lance has one of the greatest opportunities for himself that a lot of other quarterbacks have. He's really essentially trying out for everybody, and that includes the Cowboys too. I even say that. He is essentially trying out for everybody. He will have the NFL, they're going to talk about him, because see, if he does well, ESPN going to say, should he really be the Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback? You know, they're going to throw all that out there. And they ain't going to say that Trey Lance playing against fourth stringers, third and fourth stringers. As Kid Cowboy love to say, he playing against tomato cans. But y'all going to get so hyped if Trey Lance come out and throw for 2 touchdowns going against third and fourth stringers, tomato cans, like Kid Cowboy say. Y'all gonna go completely crazy over there. And he'll be trying out for another team. That's all this preseason about. That's why they didn't pick up the option. That's all it is about. See, contrary to what everybody here believes, that includes myself, I really believe the Dallas Cowboys already know what they're going to do with Dak Prescott. They already know. It takes time to do a contract like his. It ain't a $2 million contract. It takes time. And I believe it's going to happen. All right, that's enough. That's enough. I've done enough. Appreciate all you guys hanging with me for this amount of time. And I do the favor, though. I'll be dangerous. I do it. No, I ain't going to do it. I was about to make a fatal mistake, but I ain't going to do it. It's too late. Plus, I'm getting a little tired. All right. I will be with you guys again. I will be with you guys a whole lot now. I just finished. Most of you know, well, most of you don't know, but I work in the school system where I am I was the dean of discipline at my school. From kindergarten through 8, school is out as of Thursday. My last day was Friday, and so I'm on summer break. So I will be with you guys a whole lot more than you've seen me. I might do some morning shows. I still do my regular day shows, Mondays and Saturdays. But obviously, I got time now, and so I will be hanging with you guys. I hope that all of you will turn on your live notification button. If most of you have not done it, turn on those live notifications so that when I come live, you'll get it. And hopefully you guys will be able to hang with me. But I'm going to be on. I'm going to bring some of the brothers on here. Landlord, I know he gone by now, but I'll be making contact with him. He'll either be on my show or I'll be on his show. Try to bring Boss in here. Law, all those guys. My new buddy, the Angry Cowboy fan. Amp. I'm gonna try to get Jay Tuck in here too one time. You know, Jay Tuck big time now, so you know he rolling. Jay Tuck, some new guys that I kind of like, DMV, who I like, Cowboy Fan Talk. Some of these guys, you know, this little group that we kind of have, kind of this little bubble. Try to bring them on here, and we just gonna have some fun vibing out. West Coast, of course, Henny, all these guys, I'm going to try to get on, bring them here with me, or knowing them, they probably ask me to come with them. So one way or the other, we're going to get it together. But I will be with you guys a whole lot more. I hope that you guys will hang with me as we get ready for training camp. It's coming. It's getting close now. It's time to put up or shut up now. We done talked all season. Now it's time to do it. It's time to do it. And y'all leave Michael Parsons alone. It's voluntary. When it's not voluntary, when they have to be there, if he don't show up then we'll talk about what y'all that part. Can't say nothing about it right now though. He don't have to be there. You don't. CeeDee Lamb don't have to be there. Everybody ain't Dak Prescott. happy-go-lucky type guy. Everybody ain't that. All right, I'm out. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on Monday at 7 p.m. Turn those live notifications on. Please do that. I'll be with you guys. Do me a favor before you leave. Hit that like button for me. Smash it about 10 times. And we'll get on down. All right? Appreciate y'all. We'll see you later. This has been the one and the only. This has been, the big time show.